Hello, and welcome back, my wonderful tome readers. Let me know if this game is still too loud, because there's no internal way for me to adjust volume, sadly. I tried. And sadly, I have also cannot get back to the way the game originally opened, which was not with this menu, but I actually had to do some, preliminary moving stuff about, like I assume will be very common in the game. But yeah, to give a bit more time for any other stragglers still coming in, we're going to be playing Assemble with Care today. It's about just repairing and replacing little bits of various objects brought to us. Apparently, the story is that we're a world traveling repair person, which is an interesting concept. It's one of those jobs where it's like, it could be absolutely legit, but nowadays it feels almost as fictional as like classic detectives like Columbo being a legitimate job. Well, maybe not Columbo. That's not the best one. Poirot, Sherlock Holmes, the detective in like The Glass Onion and Knives Out mystery movies. It very much does not seem like a modern sounding job. So Brango, yes, welcome in. I see you are a creature today, so enjoy your loafing on the tome. How are you doing on this fine day? 'Cause let me tell you, I am feeling a little bit hopeful. I applied at a temp agency near me earlier today, and before I even finished all the paperwork thing of information for where direct deposits go and all that, the guy I had come in, I was actually specifically recommended to him by a former coworker. Had a job that just came in they thought was good for the situation. A job I'm only looking for a couple months before I sell my house. So I got first dibs, so that's nice. Ooh, sleepy creature enjoying political good. Oh, yes. We had several bits of good news. One of the horrific warmonger types with George Bush Jr.'s reign as president kicked the bucket. And while I don't know enough about the specifics of what he's involved with, but pushing a war in the Middle East because of suspected WMDs and killing oh so many, not just military units, but civilians the bloody years after. Certainly not helping the case. It claims to be pro-life, dies anyways. Man, I'm sure he will be missed. But I'm sure he will be missed by people who are also not all that great. I mean, he shot a dude in the face hunting quail. And it was not like in the wild. They went to a ranch or whatever you would call it, where they have quail set to release in specific areas, so you know where to go to hunt them. And quail is not a bird known to just suddenly fly in the same way that ducks do when scared. They're all about being in the ground, blending in as much as they can afford to. So the fact that you can hit someone in the face shows either very personal reasons for bringing that particular person out, or horrific gun safety recognition. Which is not, neither of which is something you want in, someone in one of the most powerful positions in the U.S. to have. And he was there for 2 terms, so yeah, no. Good riddance. We also had several great wins for Democrats across the states, not all of them. One of the artist friends, the one who makes... what's the comic? Is it Yellow Brick Road or am I thinking another Wizard of Oz comic? Let me actually check that, which is gonna silence the game music, sadly. But I don't want to misattribute. Yellow... Okay, Yellow Brick Ramble, that was it. Yellow Brick Ramble. Apparently in their particular district, a very conservative type person ran under a Democrat and unfortunately unseated the current Democrat governor they had, which is bullshit. It's bullshit that they can just, change their party affiliation. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we got some good news. Oh yeah, just some griping, ranting amongst the joys of political good news for people who are very much against Trump. Unfortunately, I was not an area that had any. What are they called? Midterm elections. There weren't any even proposals we had to vote on, which I guess was nice because I fucking yesterday was not great for me physically, health wise. But yeah, we got a good number of wins. It looks like there was much rejoicing, especially in New York. So I'm gonna take this as the good sign that it should be taken as that maybe the Democrat Party will actually wise up and say, oh, these people who ran specifically on helping trans people won by a lot, despite our best efforts to squash that. So yeah, that's things are looking up into this dark, cold winter. But yeah, enough about depressing bits for a bit. Yeah, assemble with care. Once again, I'm sad that I can't show you how the game actually opened the first time because now it's comes to the screen. Because I actually had to put a tape into a little cassette player. It's a nice little intro.
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between.
Let's see. Just thought if time travel was possible, how awful must the alternate timeline be? No, I want to hold out hope that an alternate timeline would somehow be better. Because someone would have gone back and, like, unmet all four of Trump's grandparents. Like, not even going so violent as just killing someone along the line. No, it's just like, hey, no, you four aren't going to meet each other whatsoever. That would be nice. But yeah, for those who missed it, we are going to play the role of a global repair person who just kind of like wanders and fixes things where they go. The module failed alone, not sure what to say. What is going on with this screen?
I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey.
This game is not great because there's always this aspect ratio. I tried every different way to open it. We might be stuck with this.
I'd seen, the people I'd met, and of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way.
It's a nice, cozy game. Yeah, this game should probably takes more work in some degree.
I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs.
I can't even, like, full screen it. So, alright.
Bella Riva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
So let's see if this at least works for the actual doing stuff portion. Can I mess with the coffee? Oh, I can. Oh, finally. Okay. We can bring these down some, which means I can bring it up in OBS a little bit. At least for my own ability to hear and react to things. Okay. How do I... Nope. Come on, game, give me... What's another thing I can do? Nope. Okay, there we go. Oof. Very finicky aiming. Okay, not sure what this means.
Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
Okay, toolbox first.
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Let's go here.
My passport. Not many blank pages left now.
Why would we take that out? Why wouldn't we just leave that in the luggage? Also, we take out...
I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman at your service.
And, I mean, that's cute. Guitar pick earrings. A little strange she had
Who
to take
doesn't
them out
love a
one by
stretchy?
one.
Practical and stylish.
And some
I'll hand
respiration.
these out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
Go back to change things. Probably just prevent Friedrich Trump from dodging military service by immigrating in the U.S. That might be another good one. But hey, you know what? If nothing else, can't say that Trump does not follow the family habit.
Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off.
Draft dodging, I guess. Right, that was easy. Oh, we get to spin. Okay. It's a nice...
Finally, I'd made it to Bella Riva.
You know,
I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal.
okay, this one, we're gonna try and close and open it another way, just to see if maybe we can get the wide thing. The one thing I can't do is full screen, because then I can't see chat whatsoever. There's no way for me to set it up. Let's try this again. Nope. Click the wrong thing to open. Do not need the internet right now, actually. Okay, properties. Quiz. Nope, that's a scam for sure. Alright, let me just mute that phone. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Launch in pop-up mode. We're just stuck in the middle, but maybe it'll adjust as the game needs. Wait, you still have some message in the middle of the screen? One second. Let me bring up Twitch, see if I can see it on my screen, because I'm not seeing that. That might be a Twitch thing. Leave that, go to mine. Text failed to... That's weird. If... Have you tried, what I'm trying to think. Try bringing up in another browser or a private window? Because it might be an add-on messing with something. Or actually, wait, if they're seeing that, they probably can't even hear me. You... Oh. That at least for the people. Like, that's weird. Usually when I see that on streamers, it's like, because I've been letting it sit long enough, that I assume Twitch is trying to time out bots or whatever, because I'm not active enough for it. That is weird. At least we can get... Oh. Might have to click through all this again.
After a year on the road, but as my train pulled a whole year. I'm a restorer by Bella Riva.
There we go. I'll quickly unpack. Come on. Okay, the screen looks a little wider, which is promising.
The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Oh.
I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off. Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this.
Oh, where'd mine go? There it is. Okay. Actually, I couldn't see the volume thing on that, so I'll move that a little bit more.
Finally, I
Nope,
made
it's
it
still
to
cut off. What
Bellariva.
is going on with
I'd
this
come for
game?
the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal.
It's not perfect, but I mean, if the vibes are cozy enough, I guess.
Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop
Oh, so you
and have
blocker
a
thing?
simple,
Yeah.
stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that uBlocker continuously tries to update their things. Sadly, I turn it off, if only because I don't know if that's still going to register as watched ads for some of my favorite streamers who are unfortunately going through it right now. So that's probably why it isn't showing up the same error on my side. I mean, still ads even with uBlock? Okay.
I daydreamed constantly
Did
about the
anywhere
weird
else? Yeah.
and wonderful places
It's
each of
just
our
one of the
antiques
fears I had,
came
so I
from.
just had it turned
I
off by
loved
default.
figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires.
I mean, what a life this would be. It sounds so nice, except for the, paycheck to paycheck living.
My story in Bellariva began with a little girl, and a voice she was longing to hear.
Okay, so that's the end of chapter 1. Alright. It is really unfortunate that there's just no way to, increase the game window at all. I can't manually do it, there are no options. I'm sure it works perfectly fine in full screen, but that's the one mode I can't do, so I guess we'll make do. Twitch ads aren't handled by uBlock, but subscribe most followers. Yeah. Now, I would too, but seeing as they usually get better
It was
amount
my
of that in
first
Ko-Fi,
morning
I
at
do that when I
Bellariva,
can.
and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town.
And then they also
its
get their
streets and
ad
alleyways
revenue, you know?
basking peacefully in the hot morning sun.
Oh, no. Oh, that is so close to the edge.
In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time.
I don't even know what setting might be messing with it. Because, the only options I get to mess with the size in Steam is just it's which launch option do you want to have? But none of them have to do with the literal mode. It's just full screen, windowed, or this pop-up one, none of which allow me to actually change it. And of course, there's no menu to actually do it. Unless... No, not that. Oh, wait. No, because that's just the assets to the screen. Damn. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can see to do it. The streaming tool want to do it? Oh, it's not on the OBS side. It's Steam. Because I'm seeing it cut off on my end, too. Right here, right where you just see that mouse going, I can't see that full button at all. I assume it's going to be a square with an arrow. But it's just so weird. I'm still missing confirm. Yeah. Great for Jonathan. Yeah, it's so weird that it's like that. I assume it's some issue with them having uploaded with Twitch or maybe assumed the dimensions, but as long as nothing's actually hidden in here, it's playable, at least. And everything's voiced.
As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bellariva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix this?
That might be a strange thing to say to just a random stranger. Even if she's passing out flyers, you'd think she would have known because she was handing a flyer or something. But no, random kids hey, you look like someone who fixes things.
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
My My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try?
Alrighty. So we have to put things there to actually mess them, I guess.
Why did you do that?
Oh, okay. I have to move my mouse. Okay, that was weird.
How did you do that?
I had to physically move it in one direction to have it do that. Fudge this button for display settings. Apparently off screen with settings. Oh, there is manual override? Okay. So you can link that to me. I will go ahead and give that a try as I'm done with this, right? Okay. At the very least, we won't be too much to this. Okay. Okay. Oh, discussion on the Steam page. Oh, that's even quicker then. Steams. Oh wait, no, that's community, not discussions. Go back, go back. Okay. Where? Come on, where is the fix? Where's the fix? Oh. Maybe known bugs? Oh, let's see. Settings. Okay, there's. Aha. Dun dun. Display settings computer. Okay, so it looks like we'll have to close this, which means I have to do it from Steam because I can't see the close. Okay. Oh wait, shit! I'm gonna have to bounce between the two. Okay. Okay, wait. Copy paste. Have to copy this. Bottom general, put this, an open pop-up. Okay. Let's see if this fixes it. Fingers crossed. Nope. This game thing seems always constantly trying to get permission to alter stuff on my computer. Okay. That looks much better. So let me get really quick. First gonna try rearrange my windows. This is not working for another reason. Unless I can see it from here. Graphics. Okay. Still not great, but I can actually see everything if I just move window there. Okay. Thank you for finding that for me. I'm gonna have to see if I can make that work for other streams, or at least my own off time playing. Let's see, audio. Actually, can I see the? Okay, yeah, audio levels looked good. That victory. Now we can enjoy it in the proper framing. We just have to kind of zoom through this stuff a little bit.
It was my first morning in the main square. As I handed out my flag, I was starting to worry I'd made it was a little girl.
My tape is broke. I tried.
Okay. Just that way we're not having to hear all that. And now to adjust the actual game screen. Like so. Lock it back. Alright, well, we already figured out the tape, so we're going to do this one first. Oh. There we go. Oh, nope. Very simple controls, which means it's also easy to... Nope. Okay. Take this off there.
Ha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
Ah, yes. Super easy to tell when they are dull gray instead of the bright copper. Because that's how batteries work. Oh. Wait, what do we need to do then? Nope. I guess we don't need to put the screw back in? I mean, it makes it... Oh, wait a second. Aha! Okay, okay. I see now. You have to physically do that. Very simple controls between cells. Oh, yeah. It's a sweet shit. It's not perfect. I've had to manually change some things. But, you know, them's the breaks sometimes.
Why did you do that?
Still somehow... Thank you for the welcome, Brango. It's still somehow less broken than this game. Okay, nope. Nope, I'm trying to turn it. There we go. How do we... No, but how do we put it in there? Ah, there we go. Okay. Sorry, it's been so long, I forgot that this is the eject button.
Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side?
In case you don't know the link between audio cassette and the number 2 pencil. Yeah.
That I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
Man, you ever just miss the high quality comes with cassette recordings? Man, just top notch.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill.
Yeah, fair.
When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt.
Aw, kids are so silly.
She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered.
Speaking of scared the IT guy at work today, he let slip a comment about having files on the computer that date back to 94, 95 or so. He was shocked because he wasn't even born then. Holy shit. Ouch, I feel old. And not from, like, the date of the files. I would probably have that if I had anything, you know, worth keeping from that far ago. But, I mean, man, ow. IT person saying I wasn't even born
I
then.
wouldn't be able to fix.
Oof. You know, nice, easy tutorial. The controls are a little weird for spinning things, because I have to literally go from, like, one side of the screen to the other. Ooh, wait. Someone playing some kind of tabletop game.
My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles.
It's like, yes, hello Maria, I need help preparing my entire army for Warhammer 40k tomorrow night. Let's see. It's about keeping documents from getting lost, computer swaps. Yeah. No, I get that, but it's like...
The front door was opened by a harried-looking man,
pictures
still
is all I
dressed
took
from a
from that
long day
far
at the office.
behind.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father.
Oh.
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Oh, it's a statue.
My father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
Ooh, we can do our best. There's a lot of fanfics from the 90s. I mean, I was a wee little tot back then. So I would not have had much
Would you
opportunities.
be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Visibly. Actually, maybe we should work the torso stuff first. Because that seems a bit more obvious of what's... Oh. Okay, there. Twist it here. Oh. Wait, what? Come on. There we go. Barely any
Is
glue.
this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
Bitch, I hope so. I assume next one is this one? Yeah, okay, it's just turned weird. Ah, okay, we just do that. Thought I had to actually press something. So next up, I guess we'll do this arm. At least we don't have to be too precise ourselves with it. Okay, actually no, I think we need to do both the legs first before we can combine to him. Nope, twist, there we go.
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
There. We need a little dab and just a little twist. There we go. Come on, there. There we go. The porcelain statue. Colors seem very vibrant for supposedly over 100 years old.
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Nice, cozy, a little bit emotional. Very
Sorry.
nice.
I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again.
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening.
That's a little sad.
Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. But maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
It's a little bit relatable. Sometimes to fight the horrors, you gotta just throw yourself into work so you can't think about them. Which is not healthy, but it works. Wow, wait. Apparently the achievement for that segment was the Statue of Limitations. What a title. Alright.
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries.
So we're saying if the statue's been kept in a room away from direct sunlight, perhaps touched up every now and then with a good varnish, don't see it unreasonable for a person to keep it vibrant. Besides, you see plenty of Chinese antique vases with good colors still. That is true. My honor is mostly about the kind of like gray metal coloring. And that's mostly because when I worked in an antique store, gray and metal is the one color that doesn't seem to stick too much. Not because it fades off or anything, but it tends to kind of go more into a blue eventually with time rather than looking gray. Just as, I mean, there's not a whole lot of sources of specifically gray. Or maybe it's just, the creators use a cheap one. Yeah, it's like vibrant yellows. I can see that if it's just like used a metal leaf, maybe not gold, but something. That's pretty common.
I was
But
about to go inside
fair point.
when
Fair
the
point.
owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
Enjoy your lurk, Baringo.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some seasoning tips, but it won't connect.
That
Can
is
you see if you
important.
can figure out what's wrong?
Alright, fixing a phone. Let's see. Just get it out of the way. Oh, forgot I gotta click again to this.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this.
Oh. Nope. Come on, twist. There we go. Oh. Okay, gotta remember to click after it's all the way out. Okay. Set that here. We
You
set
can
that there.
fix it, can't you? I can't afford to replace it.
Let's see. I assume we're replacing something in there with this, as well as one of these bells. Okay. Oh. So your problem, the phone company dropped it to analog phone lines years ago. Okay, place that here. Ooh, yeah. Let's see. That there. Is this first? Oh wait. Oh, that's a what? Gotcha. That was going to be. Come on. There. Do we have to physically take that wire then? One sec. Oh, come on. There's the screen. Ah, okay. Okay, figuring it out, figuring it out.
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
Okay. One more bit of screwmanship. Take that off, put that in. Okay. not go all the way, apparently. Okay. What was next? It was this, that's right. Man, how lucky that all those screws are the exact same size. Oh, come on, there we go. And how old is the circuit board? I mean, honestly, I'm surprised she's able to make any calls missing one of the wires entirely. That is very impressive. I guess maybe we should all switch back to analog phones if it's that good. It's like freaking burnout, missing one of the wires, still capable of making calls. Until that one came loose. Alright, that one wasn't too hard. That was nice. And it's got a little bit of physics. But not a lot.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill anyway. And the rent and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello! How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
But yeah, you're probably right. Manufacturers going cheapest reliable assembly, all the same size, so they just have one size. It's like, okay, there, and there, and there, and there, and done. But yeah, it's just like fucking modern laptops, computers, like everything. There'll be like 2, 3 different sizes minimum. It's a little ridiculous.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
Ooh.
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh God, I have to get ready. Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Yes, reliable work. Traveling repairman's dream, I guess. Ooh, camera. Time to get in focus.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name.
Our laptop switch. Oh yeah, I know that, but it's like what I remember most is there's a guy who posts tutorials on YouTube on how to repair and replace parts for laptops, especially Apple ones. And he talks about how there's a different size screw for like every corner of a piece, and it's like the most bullshit thing ever. He's been hyping man for holy shit. That's very specific. Yeah, I'm echoing Raisin here. Why?
Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
Little, but okay, I'm here.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
Well, hopefully it's just a VPN thing, because then there's a way around that. It's a webcomic. It's not that risky to go perusing with your own device.
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera. Any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong?
We'll do our best. Okay. There's nothing on the back, right? Okay.
You need the manual.
Just double checking, ma'am. Jeez. Okay, what's... Okay, so that's that bit. Not entirely sure how to do it. So let's see. Screws there, and the sides. We can probably get into it without opening, right? Yes. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's saying I need to do those two. Can we get this off? Yep. Nope, not what I'm trying to do. Anything else needs to be moved. Let's see. Okay, I'm assuming those aren't needed yet. So we'll leave the ones on the top for the moment. There we go.
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
Ma'am? Give me a second. Okay. I can just take this out.
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror.
Nope, wrong way. Nope. Oh, guess that's close enough for the game. That's good. Okay.
Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
Oh. Yeah, the game's starting to get tricky because we did not have to mess with those screws at all, but we could have. Oh, there we go.
Looks like something is still missing.
Wait, what? Well, maybe if we just open the top. Oh, where'd the mice go? Okay. Let's try opening just the top instead of the side. Nope. What else could be missing, though? Is the game messing with me, perhaps? Oh, wait. Oh, that's right, that's right. How do we put it in? Nope, not how we do it. Nope. Okay, so do we...
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
It's not like... How do you... You have to disassemble the entire camera? That seems a little weird for film. Being light sensitive. But okay. Oh, unless it goes there, perhaps. Yeah, I think it just goes there. Aha. Let's get all the screws in before I forget. There we go. Yeah, it's like having that top off, it only had like shadow of like this front view thing, so I thought, wait, is there something missing there? Yeah, that was a little weird. Also, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't seem like film was an important part of the repair process. you would want to
Like
make sure the
something is still
view is
missing.
working first, right? There we go. Definitely need to move the chat thing a little closer to my view. Just the way this is. But yeah, that is it is done.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
Hey, don't feel bad. Those cameras are freaking expensive. Even the ones that are being made modern-like. It's like, why?
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition, the first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary, but it was worth it.
Man, we're just the repair woman. You don't need to fucking brag about how much you make here.
I had no idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford.
Yeah.
It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better? She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing.
Rude.
Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
Wow. Is that right? Bit of a disappointment of your own the other day. Realized the lamp you have is vintage at 30 years old.
I
You
hear
made the
nothing from
Ooh,
her for
yeah.
weeks, and then when she finally does call me,
Fuck, that's the majority of my lifespan right there.
if she
Is
thinks I'm lending
your
her
time with
a
that
penny,
lamp.
she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good.
I don't think I could
Hurricane
write
Helena
words
was about to
properly
hit. I hoped
when
Carmen
you
was
would have
ready.
made that lamp. I mean, there's nothing wrong with vintage. Think of it like this: it's not as expensive as antique yet, but I can still hang out in the same places. At least the antique place I worked at. There are people who refurbished furniture by giving it distressed paint jobs, like just paint over the original thing, then distress it. Very fun and cathartic, they said, to do that.
The sun was setting over Bella Riva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
I made that in 7th or 8th grade. Carved the wood, painted the glass pane, wired the socket. Man, you see, that's the sort of stuff I would have expected in woodshop. My high school woodshop did not have that. It had learning how to use bandsaws and jigsaws and all that proper stuff. But not, like, fully assemble something.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I'm assuming this game is set at least a little bit into the past. If only because frickin' that woman was able to afford a flight within the next day. Which means she's close enough for that to not be super expensive, but far enough for a flight still be the necessary way to do it. Which is not a post-2000 thing.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
Yeah.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
Here we go. Okay, so what are we working with here? Just plug in things. This side it looks like. Not sure what. Oh wait. We need to take this off first, get that. finicky game. Okay. Okay. Not 100% sure what else is needed. Oh, wait a second. Right, this. Okay, let's put that back for the moment. Okay, there's nothing on that side to worry about. Good. Interesting. Okay. What if we try this stuff first? Nothing else seems to go on this side. Unless, oh wait, right, that means glue. What goes there? Maybe that's just how it's supposed to hang? Let's see. Normally you would test it, right? Okay. So that still works.
I don't know, it's a bit flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I think I have a spare part that could do that.
Okay, that explains the wires. Good thing we tested that before. We actually did that. First, let's get this back ready. Break that off. Okay. Okay, so... let's see, what is it that might need to be done? I think... is it right? Oh, nope. Not what I was trying to do. So... that goes to the circle loop. So yeah, that should be there. Because you would want the name to flash, not the circle. Put this back in. Nope. Okay, there we go. Okay, test 2.
It still needs something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
One of the... what? Oh. Oh, okay. Well, she's a food place, so that makes me think alcohol. Nope, not that. Just, okay. Maybe it's gonna make me put this new board on first. Oh wait, right? Glue. Glue, glue, glue. So we'd be adding this to the blinky bit, I assume. Let's see which we could do like this. It's a food place, so that, and another test. How'd she like that?
It works. I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
Okay, put that there, then we, oh, screw like that. Okay, I'm getting the hang of the screws. Nope. Getting the hang of the screws at least. And the screwdriver. Oh, nope, that's it. Okay. Oh, God, I hope that's not like a major deviation for the plot you can choose to do. Where did the mouse go? Okay, there it is. Because, man.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
Ooh, she had snow cone, ice cream, whatever in there. Say summer of 88, 89 most likely. Yeah, possible. Certainly older for this wandering tinkerer to be able to more easily be used to everything. Well, without making comments about frickin' modern technology trying to replace the old style stuff.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
I will say the character we're playing as does have like the sense of style I would expect of someone who just wanders and does what they can.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived.
Probably worse with a comment like that. It's like she's trying.
Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
We just fixed it up.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
God. Helena's coming off as just a major suit, not understanding what, the day-to-day people need. Okay, here we're going with a totally not Nintendo handheld device of some sort.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house. I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her.
Oh, kids.
She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
Actually, Helena's look, even more certain it's no later than the 80s. Shoulders are extremely 80s fashion. I mean, perhaps. That might actually be a thing hinting at later than the 80s. I mean, she's constantly traveling, living kind of day to day. So maybe she's got old, from her perspective, vintage designs. Last year's fashion.
Past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse.
Oh boy. Will our shoulders make it?
I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore.
See, those shoulders are right off the 1981 Grace Jones iconic nightclubbing photo. Oh.
Can you fix it for me?
Alright, let's see, little Izzy. Alright, so first. See, nothing going on with the batteries, but it's always safe to take them out before worked on anything electronic. Okay, holy. Wait one sec, we need to do this. No, just be safe, that as well. So we have light. Shit, what was this? Music, I think? Ah. Yeah, that A button is smashed. I think so. What's this? Oh, the screen, which is another part. Okay. There's still that other... Oh. accidentally clicked something outside the screen there. There's still this bit, which I'm not sure where it goes to yet. Leave battery off. Aha. Nope. I was just trying to rotate. Ooh, that's not looking too great either. Go. Oh, not what I was trying to do. Why? Game, come on. Where did I put this? Oh, wait, because I have not done the cables. That's right. That was there, that was here. There we go. Something seems exploded. Yeah, screen processor, both.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
In a fashion, is he? In a fashion. Pop and Play by Yokoi.
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Games before they had more than one color. Fascinating. Okay. Directions, easy at least. Oh. Ah. Almost didn't figure out what was going on with that. It's like, kid, how did you manage to explode two different parts of it? Like, I get how the screen got smashed, probably happened at the same time as the A button, but it's like two of the music chips. Like, that's impressive.
Her toy
Not gonna
fix,
lie.
I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
Alright, I'll pay up. I want that yo-yo I saw the other day. Come on. You don't need it. You got a little advanced girl game with the fancy flip-top version. Yeah, it looks like the 03 Game Boy Advance SP. Yeah, I was going to say that too when it first came out. But I couldn't think of a fun, totally not Nintendo name for it.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
I get that, kid. It's like, who wants to just believe some snobby old dude from decades ago? You gotta test Sir Isaac Newton's process yourself, because that's science. Testing
Izzy
things
looked
yourself.
Down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I had to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
I'm glad they added a little stompy sound. That really helped sell this little segment of Rebellion. But also, now that I think about it, she dropped it in a way that broke the screen. She was really lucky that it didn't break the screen, like, from the handheld part. The handle was called a Yokoi? That's... I mean, it was a nice sounding name. Is there a particular reference it's making that I don't get, Brazen? For why you're saying beautiful?
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too.
Oh, a classic kid thing. It's like, no one's suffering but me, unless I see it. Oh, the naivety that comes.
It made me think. Had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me. Maybe I didn't care enough about leaving them behind.
See, Gunby Yokoi was the Nintendo employee who essentially created the Game & Watch and Game Boy handheld. Ooh, well, that is a wonderful reference to them then. Thank you for sharing that. I'm horrific with famous people names. Like, even fucking actors and actresses, unless I really enjoy their work, it's just over my head. Okay, momentary. Let's see what's in a moment in time.
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
It happens.
I was, repairing a lawnmower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office.
We're gonna do the watch.
You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town.
Oh, I see.
I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which...
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Alright, let's get your ticker talking. Alright. First off, okay, we just off there.
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Should do. See, so fun story. I actually have a set of screwdrivers and tiny Allen wrenches made for watches like this. Not because I did any work with them, well, not repair work at least, but because I would disassemble them to make steampunk stuff. I can't even remember where I got them really. I know they weren't like brand new. I might have bought them off of someone at the antique store I worked, one of the vendors who rents space and does refurbishments themselves.
The main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it.
Oof.
Cogs look good though. I'm careful, I can reuse those.
Alright, we'll see if the game's going to make us actually be careful. We're going to start with glass though. Yeah, wait, is there another thing to do? Ah, I see. But yeah, I have a set just so I could take apart watch bits and use the lidded gears and faceplates for little art projects for steampunk accessories, and it was fun. I still have them despite having no use for them. So I just can't imagine getting rid of them. Not because I think
I've not gone a day without
useful.
this watch since my wife gave it to me.
With that, oh right, before I forget. Yeah, I can't imagine giving up because I have no idea if I get rid of them I'll ever be able to find a useful set again. Because I mean they're also the right size for like doing glasses adjustments, like the little tension springs. I have a few that I got specifically. Oh wait, no, I need to take them off first. Oh. I got a few glasses specifically for being able to cosplay steampunk, like a pair with hexagonal frames, even if it does not. Okay, I guess I can't say anything from there. It's nice having the ability to do that. Okay, put that back there. This just says here. Okay, so here's all our gears. Oh, there. Alright, nice. It does kind of... Oh, no. Let's see. I think that's there. Yes. There to that. But then that's not spinning. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's in the back. That's right. Yeah, that's using little specialized screws and whatnot is how I came across the what is known as the steampunk grenade, which is there actually isn't the right type of spring on something this small. But it's pretty much one of these. Here, maybe it's easier to point with this, yeah. So where the tip of the screwdriver is, one of these type springs, except it's a tensioned one. So instead of going back and forth like this, it's tightly wound. And the process that it wants to naturally unwind is what makes larger clocks tick, right? So, that thing that's so dangerous about them, though, is at the size that they are. Coil springs, yes, thank you. The size that they are, the amount of energy that's just stored in them to keep it ticking is very dangerous to, suddenly be released at once, especially with sharp metal attached. One of the people I saw at a convention had a horror story about them, and they started with this very thing. It's like people always come up to me at conventions and ask me how I got this scar, and they reference something that is like the top third of their face, like from a temple to just past the lip. And it's like, and I told them, oh no, this is real. I opened a steampunk grenade wrong, and half my face was hanging off. And they're no joking. The way that I popped that part of the clock was I had these thick leather welding type gloves, and I just carefully pried it out with those, went to the backyard with the dogs culled inside, and I fucking threw it at a fence as hard as I could, and it unwound safely out there away from any flesh. But it's like, it's no joke. Holy shit. Coil springs. They're cool, they're efficient, they're dangerous.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
Let's see. I have an old wristwatch, a kinetic one you got from your dad. Weighs a half-pound or so, waterproof to 1,000 meters, unlike you. Had to retire the damn thing when it stopped whining. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here.
From what I've heard from people who do mess with smaller wristwatches for actual repairing, not just making them look good for resale as an antique, the ones that are safe and like meant to be waterproof to such a depth tend to be a little finicky. They're not hard, but they're tricky because you have to design them a particular way for depths and the pressure. Not just like 50 years old or so then it stopped working. It's, yeah, to be expected.
Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
I mean, that's just teenage rebellion in a middle school. Okay, yeah, you're kind of fucked, dude. Best of luck.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
Yeah, the question is this gonna be the last one? Or is it gonna be like multiple acts? That's the end of like Act 1. Also, ooh, these are neat. I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to see one of these in use.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Alright, hopefully she's less of a jerk today.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Rude, we're allowed to have hobbies.
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this. It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear-out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money.
God, it's always hard to sell stuff. Because you buy it for a reason.
She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
Yeah, I've never actually seen one of these projectors in use. The ones that mine, I think it was middle school, had were the like circular type ones, which I'm not sure if that's older or newer than this, but I'm feeling it was old just because it was only really the art club that uses it for showing stuff off. Occasionally the art teacher. Being helpful when selling your sibling stuff to declutter worse minefield than Flanders. Okay, I see we got a wire here and some sort of lighting mechanism, perhaps. There we go. Couldn't get that off now.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
I'm going to go ahead and make an assumption of the story that's coming. It's going to be a very important or meaningful slide for the both of them. Put that there for the moment. Okay, what's in here? Okay, we got that, which is going to be a little... Oh, where'd my cursor go? Okay.
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light to the lens at the top for the projector to work.
Don't see any way to disassemble it further, so I'm going to assume that one's done. Okay, oh yeah. That looks like a meaningful one. Come on. No? So, those weird things are prisms, of course? Yes. Let's take a look at this. Maybe I'll get some idea of where it's... Okay, so it's those. So, we're placing it in here, but she made a comment about that one being stuck. What do we need to do about that? Maybe take this out first? Nope. Nope, not that. Seriously, not sure what we're supposed to do here. Alright, let's bring this back. Because it looks like maybe the prisms go here. Okay, we'll start this one. That looks more or less straight up. Yeah. And last person here. Oh, wrong way. Come on. Finicky.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad.
Okay, so that's how we get out.
Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
Alright, well, first we need to get this back out. This goes here? Nope. I don't want to screw it together yet, because it feels like something's going to happen. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Ah, nope. Damn it. seriously, how are we supposed to get that out? Okay.
Looks like something is still missing.
Oh, wait. Come on. Trying to. Yeah, I can only assume the only way to get that. Oh,
There's still a part I need to attach. Where does it go?
nope. Okay, I think we might be safely done with everything in there. See, come on, there we go. We'll screw these both in. Let's get attached to the other side.
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
Okay. So, getting her to be a little less. Nope, now I'm trying to. Game. There we go. I think getting her to talk more about past might get her to. Oh, mouse. Where do you go again? There we go. Might get her to lighten up.
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home,
There
but I was always too busy.
we go. Right.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
Ah, yes, Grinch. Allow your heart to grow a few sizes.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
See, by the way, discovered something funny today. Norwegian car license plates have 2 letters, 5 numbers. Car pressure is JV 24601. See, my mind is going 2 ways. I don't think either is correct. One is saying junior varsity, which I can't think of something funny that I would likely know. The other would be JD Vance, referenced in some way. Hence, the owner may be miserable.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing.
Jean Valjean. Ooh. Yeah, that might not be the best thing to be referencing. Yeah, Les Miserables. Here's a question. 'Cause I don't want to make an assumption. But I know the U.S. you can get a Vandy license plate. Is it possible they got that and they're actually... I don't want to say interested. Want to be like Jean Valjean? Like they learned the wrong lesson from the book or any of the adaptations?
Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
Yeah, I will say one thing that seems to be very accurate to the real world is people being oh so willing to just info dump to the help, so to speak.
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance.
Possible, highly unlikely, extremely probable the numbers were randomly assigned. Yeah.
I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
Some sort of portable propane heater? Interesting. I'm not sure what we'd be able to fix on this.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last.
For saying, also seems fairly common for people to talk to the furniture for advice. I mean, the rubber duck concept of working things through yourself is very effective. I wholeheartedly support people trying to do that. But it's like, when it's just a repair person, it's like, unless you're counting that time as part of their being paid per hour thing, it feels a little rude. It's like, they're just here for a job, man. The only reason they have met you multiple days in a row is because you've asked them to come out for multiple things. It's not quite the same as being a friend, you know?
The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit.
It's like, I mean, we're just a drifter, a fixer, an occasional sifter, perhaps.
All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour?
$1 billion? I'm sorry, fresh out.
Helena was supposed to help me run the store today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
Okay, this is a little bit worse than treating us as the rubber duck counselor, to be honest. I mean, as long as we get paid, I guess. Okay. Oh wait, that's recipe, we don't need that. That's just all the things. Okay. I guess it does kind of mix things up for us. Let's see. Is that the right part? Yeah, it looks like it. Which means this go here, this go here. And those are for these. Oh.
It all fits.
Oh,
now to light the gas.
How nice of it to all work like that. Wait. How do we do that? One sec. Okay. 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 So it's just like that. Good to know. Okay. Whew. We should tilt this in a safer direction. Okay. Wow. This... Oof. Half a carrot, 2 broccoli florets, apple chopped... I don't have quite all of these. Come on. Okay.
I think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself.
Best of broth worlds kind of.
Here are the ingredients that Carmen's given me.
I mean, you're right. Okay, pint of stock, half stick of carrot. So that's a half stick, right? 2 broccoli florets. Okay, they're past the stuff covered by the hand. Handful of chopped tomatoes. I'm not sure how much is a handful. I guess we'll do 1. 3 mushrooms.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
Wait, is that it? Wait. Carrot, broccoli, tomatoes, mushrooms. Plenty of something. What is the something? We have 2 other ingredients we haven't used. Four-season soup. Okay, cool.
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time, and a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Please, Father, can I have some more?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Anyone else feel it's a little disingenuous when the sole judge says good luck? It just feels a little bit weird. He's perhaps supposed to be quarter stick of butter up at the top. I mean, possibly. Honestly, it feels a little funnier for it to have been cheese, personally. But yeah, butter makes more sense. But also the fact we didn't have to add it seems weird.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did. I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years, I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
That is a good lesson to learn. Everyone's got their own stuff going on. And you need to be more than a asker of favors. Sometimes you have to be willing to give and support others in turn. There's the boiling part. Now, ooh, nice record album.
The festival finished. I only had 1 day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bella Riva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bella Riva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Oh, that's cute. A little fast, but I mean, short fiction work. Nothing wrong with that.
Maria! My favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
If only it was so easy sometimes, right?
I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids.
What's that story, the Christmas story? Gift to the Magi? Something like that? Where 2 people who don't have much money to their name give gifts, but they can only afford it by selling something personal. It's like, man.
Do you think it has one last tune in it?
Oh, more than that, perhaps. Okay, let's take a look.
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on.
Oh, okay, we have to test it first.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected properly.
It is auto turning
Check
off.
the wiring.
Okay, but how do I check the wiring? Can we take that off? Take that off. Okay. Good, easy.
Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
Where does it need to be connected? Oh. Let's see. There. Okay, but there's also one here. Where does it need to go? Ah, that side.
That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it.
Okay. Nope, let's not test it upside down. Good enough. Okay.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
Oh,
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring.
it's not that. What would be better? There? No. Be hilarious if you could accidentally connect the speed knob to the speakers, volume knob to the speed controller. Yeah. Honestly, it doesn't look like it lets us accidentally do stuff. Power goes to there, that goes to there, which looks correct. Oh, wait a second. Nope. No, not that. Yeah, no, that's the speed thing. Sorry, you said that and I thought, wait, maybe did I do that wrong? But no, it lets us do that. Can't do that. Speaker should go to speaker plus to plus. Wait, is the... Possibly. Let's see. Okay, because I definitely can't go there. We're going to leave that hanging. Oh.
I think that should do it. This
Okay.
record should play
Oh.
beautifully.
You are absolutely correct. I didn't even think of that. Nope, not what I was trying to do. It's like, how did you even get to that state? Like, I know this is supposed to be like oversimplification for a cozy little fixed game, but like, how does that wire go all the way over there? Like, I can see the mistake of like what I did there, but someone did a repair job and didn't replace all the wires. Once again. There. Oh, God, the game's way to like spin things is not the easiest.
It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction?
Oh, so it's
It
not.
must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
Okay, so that was just something we did not know. Okay. checked out. Yep, band off first. Let's see. US 705. Oh wait, U5, sorry. U5, 7W. Alright.
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now.
Well, so you're not sure which of these is going to work, so we'll start with green. Oh, wait. Aha! Didn't even see from the angle I was doing. Okay. So now we got the correct thing there, correct thing there. We'll test it from this perspective.
The speaker isn't connected properly.
Oh, I forgot to
Check the wire.
Oh, oops, disconnect that all correctly. Completely forgot about the, power. Yeah.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
I should listen to this a little bit.
What will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole my heart that day?
Sounds good. Oh, is it technically not done? Huh.
Surely want to know where did
That does actually sound good, so I'm not sure what else could be happening. Because that is the wire connected to wire. What else would be getting connected? Maybe. Because she had made a comment about speed. That could have just been limitations to the game, assuming we had already fixed it.
what will remain of these
Yep, called it. It was the volume.
the sweetest words I've ever heard? What will remain?
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
Oh, how the tables have turned. Alright, what's... Oh! Interesting. Okay. Little music box looking doohickey.
My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Isabel, Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Aw, that's adorable.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bellariva, but it felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Alrighty. So what do we got here? Very nice, very pretty. Right now it's just not playing. Let's go ahead, pop it open. Ah, there we go. Oh, and it looks like that might actually be open as well. Let's see. Or at least it's giving us the option to take it out.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Easily done, sir. Easily done. Simple plus sign. Just the angle we did that was funny. God, if only spinning was more intuitive. How do I get it to go? Close enough. Okay, screws on the bottom. Aha. Oh. Interesting. Oh, wrong thing. Screwdriver. Box. First thing, how hard I wonder would it be to construct a music box that plays Never Gonna Give You Up? I mean, it shouldn't be too hard, I would think. Because let's see, even this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 or 10 of those. I've seen ones with more. And I'm pretty sure there are less notes than that in Never Gonna Give You Up. This one here.
This mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
Alright, put that there. First, let's separate this out. That's also supposed to be in there. Okay, we're gonna start... Interesting. Very cute looking. Okay. No screws. See, this just slides out. Oh, that doesn't look right. Ah, there we go. Looks good. Not seeing anything else broken. Make sure it plays right.
Perfect. The mechanism is good as new.
Wait. But how does this work then? Maybe we put them in the wrong way? Come on. We have to do it from... No, because it keeps defaulting that side. I'll try to understand. Well, we'll try it like that. Make the mechanism flip some, perhaps. It's just on the far side, sorry, on the opposite side, just in the middle, there is a gear. I don't see anything that'd make it, like, flippable. But I guess... Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. It's cute. Just didn't have obvious mechanisms for the flip. Made me a little concerned. Okay.
Still a few parts missing.
There we go. Now, I would have found that out eventually, if only because I would have gone, so I guess we'll try it like that. But yeah, I guess without simplified the game is, there's no obvious mechanism being there to do the flippage. There we go.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me? I sit by your side and hold you so tight. Know that
That's adorable.
I will always love you, even though we don't.
Yeah, the one habit that didn't come up too much in this playthrough so far is that when I'm actually working on stuff like this, like physical things, so often I forget to test things as I go when I can. I'll just put it all back together completely and go, all right, now let's test it. And it's like, I forgot that thing. I have to undo it all, go back in, forget another thing along the way. It's
so
like,
much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be. I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us.
I mean, this is slightly less worrisome as the two sisters just info dumping on us, their traumas. That's the good one. Yeah, it's like, I mean, this guy is like, we've fixed something personal to him. It's like, let himself out. It's like, I can get that. But like, getting angry about another person's actions, person you've also been working with, it's like, come on, man.
My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
So don't worry, give it a few years, sir.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders.
Oh god, with gray hair like that, I was concerned for your back there for a moment.
She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
Oh boy. Time to call our parents, perhaps? Oh, but first, repacking. We've been here barely a week.
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop.
Oof.
The day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every was up to me to find a way to lighten the load. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time. Elena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. My train ticket. Can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. Soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
Personally, I'm surprised we would pack up this just for the journey. Because, I mean, you can just hang that around your neck, turn it on when you need to. Why bother packing it in the
suitcase
suitcase?
was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that in my own small way I'd made a difference. Elena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us. But I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same.
When you only have to carry on a suitcase like that, when Walkman inside is less of an issue than when you have checked luggage and time to carry on. I mean, I guess it might just be I have different values for both traveling. It's like, this year is to entertain me during the trip. I want to make sure I do not lose it. Just around my neck so I don't have to constantly check my bag. It's like, did I remember it? Okay. Is it still there? Oh, good. You know?
Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
That was a cute little game. I honestly thought we would have been able to get another hour out of it, but it's a nice short fiction, very cozy. Probably not the most opiate playable, in the sense of like a back-to-back day scenario, but it was nice. This family of us games. Yeah, it's not bad for something I got as part of just a massive pack of games. Ooh, an espresso machine. Alright, maybe we can get another 10-15 minutes out of this. Let's see.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognize her. She's like a new woman. She's always running around, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top.
Oh wow, how topical for the other game I started this week of Coffee Talk.
It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
The epilogue is her putting it together, not Maria. That's adorable. Yeah, it's a new comb, apparently. Variety of parts and a partially eating cookie. Actually, can I grab that? Okay, so that's how to get to the settings. That's cute. Okay, so let's see what we got here. 1 underneath, 2 on the back. That looks to be it.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver.
Oh, shit. The downside of being able to click outside the game.
Times. Taking this apart will be easy.
Okay, so we'll start with this. That over there.
These
Nothing
pipes look pretty
in
simple.
there.
I should start with them.
But now everything's all twisted around in a weird way. Alright, that's better. So we need... See, that's arrows going down, so that's... Nope. But yes, because arrows,
I'll
yes.
need to connect all the pipes correctly to stop the
Schnickums.
steam pouring
Bought a
out.
6-pack of cappuccino mochi clad ice cream. Oh. See, I actually have the opportunity to get mochi at Aldi's near me, which is nice. But I might think it might be a holiday-only thing. I can just devour the whole 6-pack. You have more restraint than I. I'm sure she thanks you for that. Yep, there's that. Question is... Oh, come on. For there... Not sure what's supposed to happen. Maybe we have to put this somewhere? Where did that go? Oh, connected to that. Okay. Alright. Oh, I see there's something down here as well. Interesting. So, I think those connectors... Come on. Like that. Two of these. Where does that go? Did this machine not come with a freaking construction manual? I specifically said construction because of, like, we're having to assemble shit inside the machine proper. It's like, come on. Okay, let's try... I mean, something's going to be coming down here, and that's for the steamed milk, probably. If I come from this angle. Oh, okay, what about... Not... No, put that back. Maybe... No? Huh. This is interesting. At the very least that. Yep, that goes right there. Not sure about the 1, 2, 3 thing yet. Those go there. The downside is we can't really zoom in on this. But I think I can figure out some of it. Maybe that'll help us narrow down what pipes need to go where.
We should focus on the pipes first. They look easy.
Alright, fine. Let's see. Maybe this goes to here?
How can there be so much steam?
Nope.
Ugh, I'm getting soaked.
Went the wrong one. There. There we are. Something needs to go there. There we go. There we are.
Finally, no more steam.
Honestly, it really shouldn't be steaming yet. We don't even have the fucking power really hooked up to anything. There's no cord on here. Okay, so lost track of my cursor and accidentally opened a program. 1 sec. I don't need Excel right now. Don't even see the symbol to. Okay, there we go. It's closed. Okay, so at the top, it's that brick-looking one on the left. Light bars on the right. Which then flip. Light bar on the right, then okay. Really? Okay, yeah. So it's probably walked in. But that's like, that is some horrible designs. Like, they're right next to each other. It's like, you couldn't have just flipped their positions. Okay. I don't know about the numbers there, though. I guess we'll have to take off this side. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, even more wires. Cool. Good thing we did this now. Okay, so we might be able to choose whatever is easiest for us, and then we just have to remember what we put to what. Okay, put that brick-looking one to 1. Because it's just a single item. Lightning bolt zigzags, so it goes to... Unless that's telling us incorrect. That's not the way they want us to do it. Unless because we haven't done it yet. Let's try. There we go. 1, 2, brick. Okay, yep, that's how we make the happy sounds. And then, yeah, light bars are 3 because there are 3 lines. Like a zigzag goes back and forth. Okay. Not all that difficult, thankfully. There's just one here. Come on. Yep. You see worse wiring? Yeah. I guess. It just feels weird in a professional-made product. Especially one where you have to assemble that kind of stuff at home. They wouldn't have made it easier.
Better test the buttons, just to make sure.
Okay, there's only 2 buttons. Okay, steam. Liquid for coffee.
All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Yeah, that... Oh. It's not done yet. Okay, we put... that.
Smells delicious. Now to make it look magical.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there's another step there. But a good old cup of joe. Oh god. Well, 2 days in a row this week, I'm apparently going to try some latte art.
A perfect coffee. All it needs is a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
Yes, that is the coffee art that I simply call the snail. I have no reason to explain my reasoning for that, just drink it.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional.
Totally intentional. It's absolutely a snail. Why a snail? Don't question my methods. Snail immortal? Will you die if it touches you? No, thankfully. But if the person who picks up the drink is not the one who ordered it, it will kill them. It's a bit of a security procedure for people who just snag drinks on purpose. You know, because they're not patient enough. It's like, yes, I've got an order for Phil here. It's like, yep, pick that up. It's like, are you Phil? This isn't my drink. Sir, are you fucking Phil? It's like, no, I'm Randy. Get the fuck out of here. I gotta remake their drink. It's like, come on. The impatience of some people.
She didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her.
I fucking film 3 times a week. I mean, what? I mean, that's the sort of oversharing I expect to hear if I'm working at a coffee shop, to be honest. It's like, come on, man. That's not what I meant.
She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realized how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realize how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend, Carl.
Really cute epilogue. Yeah, that looks like that's it for the game. A lot going from us. We had to pack and unpack, fix some music, game, phones, a bunch of stuff. Still a little bit sad that this is not like a tabletop character token. Just like the pose, the colors, I could totally see someone having done this for like a noble bard or a knight type character, you know? But I suppose that is the end of that. I suppose I can look at the other games I got with that pack, seeing as we have some time, and just waste at least a couple minutes just deciding what else we do. So I'm pretty sure another one of them is... let's see, Cat Cafe Manager was another one in there. It was the first big one I played. Oh, Last Landlady... I was absolutely terrified of tinkering with anything electrical with me. 230 volt, 50 hertz stings, I'll live. Which fair. Unfortunately, the electrical stuff I've been asked, not tasked with, just asked if I would take a look at it, was enough for me to go, it's like, I'm not experienced enough for that, so no thank you. Like, even just jump-starting cars makes me a little uncomfortable. Because I know positive red, negative's black. Keep it the same on both and you're gonna be fine. Fine. But oof. Just a little moment of doubt. What are some other options here? Witchy Life Story, perhaps? What type of game was this again? Is this another cafe-like, or... Let's see. I guess if I'm looking through, I can probably just share the Steam library. It's not gonna, like, dox me or anything, really. Yeah, none of my information is there. I've already changed the name to Ferris Morningstar, so it should be safe. Let's see, Steam. Fairness, wiring up a lamp, no problem. Anything inside the walls, not going to touch that with anything short of a licensed electrician. Exactly. But also, maybe I have to actually be activating it for it to update. Weird. Unless it's not the same Steam. Okay. What if I try what I use for browsers? Okay, that works. There we go. So let's take a look at this little video. Let's see. So it's another little shop-like crafting game. Okay. Oh, man. Do I want to be caught up in something with a character creator again this soon? Oh, it's tempting. It's very tempting. You know, it's weird, because I've been asked to, like, look at... not, like, fixing the light switch itself, but, like, trying to question why a light switch was not working the right way. And it's like, you know I was only a plumber, right? My job there was far away from any active wiring. It's like, I'm not the person to check here, other than to go, yep, you need an electrician for that. Because I'm not doing it. It's a cute little game. Possibly. There's another one here. Short hike, maybe? What sort of game is this? Ooh. Might have to test this off-stream just to see if my computer can handle it. It's like, it does Minecraft well, but I don't know how well other 3D games like this work, even as lower resolution as it is to some other modern titles. Were you playing yourself? Too sensitive touching it? Yeah. Well, no, I was lucky enough that where I was getting trained was like installation houses, like as they're being built. Because when I was living in Texas, I was like 40-minute drive from that company at least to the sites we were actually building and setting stuff up in. And it is just constant. They would have had work for months. Like that side of plumbing, not too bad. And what little I learned before I went, you know what, this job ain't for me, it's helped me at least diagnose things enough to know, okay, do I need a plumber, or do I just need my handyman friend at work who can probably handle that? And most of the time, it just saved me calling a plumber to be told, yeah, no, you just need $20 worth of tools to do it yourself, and you never have to replace the tools. Short hike is a maybe, though. I'll definitely have to test it first before I do it. Installing plumbing new buildings, yeah. Fixing it, not so much, is it's really annoying. Was another... What's... I think Lemon Cake's another cafe one. Let's see. Oh, but that looks even more than a short walk. Would definitely have to test this after the walking game first. It's like, could I do it? Perhaps. Could I do it while also streaming? That's the big question. Also, it's, I don't mean this as an insult, though it might be taken as such. It kind of looks like a lot of those smartphone ads, not like the gameplay, but like the short vids, where it's like, this little story about this girl who's like, ends up pregnant, tells her boyfriend, and he just drives off immediately. And then she reveals the pregnancy test being positive was false. And it's like, and that's the farming game. It's like, why did it look like that, though? Why do you need that visual? Take a small detour, head in bedward yet? No problem, Raisin. Sleep well, see you around. Yeah, probably just gonna look at one more game, then raid out whoever is still here lurking. Because I don't see myself having another game for only an hour and a half. What other ones came for this? I don't want to do Garden Story, because that looks like a longer one. Yeah, no, these are all the ones. The only thing left is, Alba, which might be the biggest looking game of them. Cute if the line feels a little simple. I mean, it was worth it. I remember getting all these as big pack, what was it, for Palestine, early on in the fundraising for that. Oh man, did you see that? That was a great hit. 3 of them at the bird feeder, apparently. And the naming of some animals. Oh shit. Oh. That's kind of a serious game. Losing Talking squirrels saving dolphins? Oh. This is kind of cool. Okay, Interesting. I'll probably do something simple, just because I already have another visual novel. I'll say, please be happy at Red Strings Club for after I'm done with Coffee Talk. I was kind of waiting until December for the next big Minecraft long play, but these should kind of buy us time for that. But in the meantime, I guess it's a good time to go and find someone to raid out to. Do we have one of our friends playing a cozy, comfy game to go to from this? Oh, that health is actually a freaking URL box. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, Yune's doing some art. Doing a commission grind, another muted art stream, but that would be comfy cozy. Any actual comfy cozy games, though? Silent Hill, very much not comfy cozy. Oh. You know what? For short game, because we did a rather shorter game than we expected, why don't we go over to Pankreru, who was doing a demo day. Let's see.
Perhaps a change in the weather.
Spell that correctly? Yes, I did.
It's gone too far.
Okay. Oh, sorry, that was the ad on their stream. I forgot to check for that. Let's go to BRB. Wrap up the raid. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you had a nice, comfy, cozy time with Assemble with Care. I actually expected that to be a little bit longer, but I guess I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult with some of the later levels as well. That's on me. So, as always, I hope you guys are eating enough, drinking enough, getting enough sleep. Take care of your body so your body can take care of you. Pank looks to be doing a bit of a collab with a bunch of friends chatting in this vaguely horror-looking game, just because there's like a distant fog in the woods, and they're frantically yelling. So we'll head over there. So take care. See y'all Saturday for another art stream. Bye!